3-minute flicks. Entertaining, educating, and enlightening.
Welcome back to our channel, where today we are diving deep into the world's most mind-boggling mysteries. Today we're exploring some of the strangest unsolved mysteries from across the globe. Events that have left scientists, historians, and investigators scratching their heads for decades. These are the kinds of mysteries that make you question everything you thought you knew about the world. So let's dive in. Mystery number 1, the Dyatlov Pass incident. Our first mystery takes us to the Ural Mountains of Russia in 1959, where 9 experienced hikers met a terrifying and tragic end. This case has come to be known as the Dyatlov Pass incident, and to this day, no one can say for certain what happened on that fateful night. These were no amateurs. The group, led by Igor Dyatlov, consisted of seasoned hikers who set out on a challenging winter expedition. But things took a dark turn. When they didn't return as planned, search teams went looking for them, and what they found was beyond bizarre. Their tent had been ripped open from the inside, as if they had fled in a panic, barefoot and underdressed for the freezing conditions. Their bodies were discovered scattered across the mountain slope, some with severe injuries that could not be easily explained. 2 of them were found with crushed ribs and skull fractures, injuries akin to those seen in car accidents. Yet strangely, there were no external wounds. And here's where it gets even weirder. Some of the bodies were found with high levels of radiation, and one of the hikers was missing her tongue and eyes. What could have caused such a strange and terrifying end for these experienced hikers? Several theories have been proposed, ranging from an avalanche to secret Soviet military tests, and even extraterrestrial involvement. One theory suggests that a rare weather phenomenon known as a katabatic wind could have caused the hikers to panic and flee. Another posits that the hikers stumbled upon a secret military experiment and were killed to cover it up. Still, none of these theories fully explain all the strange elements of the case. The Russian government reopened the investigation in 2019, concluding that the deaths were caused by an avalanche. But to this day, many believe the truth is far more sinister. Mystery number 2, the disappearance of the Sodder children. Our next mystery brings us to Fayetteville, West Virginia, in 1945. On Christmas Eve, a fire broke out at the home of George and Jenny Sodder, trapping 5 of their 10 children inside. Or so it seemed. What happened next has puzzled investigators and haunted the Sodder family for decades. The fire started late at night, and while George and Jenny, along with 4 of their children, managed to escape, the remaining 5 children were never seen again. But here's the twist. No remains were ever found in the ashes. Firefighters scoured the wreckage, but there were no bones, no bodies, nothing. It was as if the children had vanished into thin air. George and Jenny were convinced their children had survived, and they embarked on a decades-long quest for answers. They received strange reports of sightings from different parts of the country, and even found what appeared to be a photograph of one of their missing children years later. Yet despite their efforts, no conclusive evidence ever emerged. Many theories surround the Sodder children's disappearance. Some believe that the fire was set deliberately to cover up a kidnapping, perhaps due to George's outspoken political views. Others suggest it could have been a case of human trafficking, or that the mafia was involved. The family even put up a billboard offering a reward for any information, but the mystery remained unsolved. The fire, the missing children, and the lack of remains. It's a story full of unanswered questions. Could the children have been taken in the chaos? And if so, why? And by whom? Mystery number 3, the Somerton Man. Our final mystery takes us to Australia in 1948, where the body of an unidentified man was found lying on Somerton Beach, just outside Adelaide. He was dressed sharply in a suit, his head resting against the seawall, and he had no identification. His pockets were empty, save for a scrap of paper with 2 cryptic words. Tamam shud. This is a Persian phrase that translates to, "It is finished," and it was torn from a book of poetry called the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. This odd clue led investigators on a wild goose chase, but despite their best efforts, the identity of the Somerton Man and how he ended up dead on the beach remains a mystery. Some theorists believe the Somerton Man was a spy, possibly involved in Cold War espionage. After all, his death occurred during a time of intense international intrigue, and the bizarre circumstances, no ID, cryptic notes, and the book of poetry, seem like the stuff of spy novels. Others suggest he may have been a jilted lover or someone involved in a secret affair. Interestingly, a woman who lived near where the body was found was later linked to the case when a copy of the Rubaiyat was discovered in her possession, but she denied knowing the man. More recently, DNA analysis has offered new clues about the Somerton